Well, after a flyover by the local Air Force, we have two more finals to go. We've got two champions to crown in this one. One ticket to give away, and it is the DD2 and DD2 Masters Final. Frederick Zebis leads the way from pole position, and alongside him will be the man one step away from again taking another Belgian Max Challenge title, Nicolas Guillaume. Yori Klebo will be behind him on the inside of row number 2. Joining him will be Germany's Dmitry Ostrovsky, who was a whirlwind in the pre-final. Kian de Brandt and William Norbeek round out the top 3 rows. Luca Neuenhausen and Axel Hoos round out the top 4 rows. Yannick Nielsen and Niels Böhler round out the top 10. Completing the 14-strong grid will be Marit Fassot. Then we've got Vincent van Kerkhoffen, Wim Hulot, and Karl Klebo. Now, let's look at it from this perspective, okay? So, DD2 Masters. I was having a little chortle to myself. I was trying to work all these out whilst I was waiting for the official results to come through. So we will have 12 minutes plus an additional lap in this one. Frederick Zebis has been absolutely on dominant form, but it has been the case. Well, Karl Klebo is the only driver who, if he finishes this race, Klebo will have the ticket. I'm not too sure about the championship title, because Niels Böhler has definitely, well, Niels Böhler and Wim Hulot will be battling it out for that. However, there's a few drivers missing from the grid, so we could have a new name to add to the DD2 Masters Roll of Honour for 2024. But we've also got to decide our DD2 champion as well, as the drivers make their way out of the final corner into the tram lines. Revs rise, and the final's underway. Let's go racing one more time, folks. And the SB Motorsport duo trying to go Linus side by side, and a good sweep around the outside to hold on. Oh yeah, sorry, my apologies. Thank you, David. There's no ticket for the BMC. It's all about championship on this one. So no ticket. It used to be in years past, but not anymore. That will be at the B&L Karting Series finale. So we'll only have one ticket to give away, but we've got 2 champions to crown in this one. It's been a long season, that's all I'm going to say. That's my excuse, my apologies there. But still dependent. The DD2 Masters title will be decided here. And I'm looking at who it is between. And at the moment, well, put it this way, Dmitry Ostrovsky, even with the 4th place finish again, that won't be enough to get onto the top 3. So the drivers competing for the title in this one will be Niels Böhler, Wim Hulot, and Karl Klebo at the moment, because Dmitry Ostrovsky didn't factor in the top 32. Yannick Nielsen, let's see where he is. Not in the top 32. Karl Klebo, yeah, so we'll see how things go. Karl Klebo, in the meantime, as I say that, has just jumped up into 9th. And the thing is, Nicolas Guillaume is doing exactly what he needs to do at the moment. Kian de Brandt, currently P6, that's 47 points. Oh, that puts him, right, okay, that is 56 points behind Guillaume at the moment. Axel Hoos at the minute is currently running P4. And that's going to secure him 4th in the championship. Oh, sorry, 3rd in the championship standings. Luca Neuenhausen, currently P12, 41 points. That'll put him on 301 for the season. So where is everybody else in terms of DD2 Masters? Wim Rouleau at the minute is running 13th. That is 40 points. Niels Berler, where is... Oh, a little bit of a drop there for Luca Neuenhausen. That's not going to help him at all. That's put him down onto 11th place, 42 points. Let's have a look. So, Niels Berler currently running 8th. That is 45. Oh, now this gets very, very interesting because it is the best 7 out of 8 scores. Wim Rouleau, drop scores at Kerpen. Niels Berler, drop scores at Kerpen. Carl Klibor, you're hearing a repeating pattern here. Drop scores at Kerpen. Now up the inside of Dmitry Ostrovsky goes the number 507 of Yannick Nielsen. But there is an absolutely wicked fight going on in front of... That's Karl Klebor going through. That's Dmitry Ostrovsky. Kian de Brandt was not too far behind. So, Karl Klebor might have an opportunity here. He's currently 9th at the moment. That's 44 points for him. There's the race leader, Frederick Zebis. And he's leading by a considerable margin. Nicolas Guillaume doing exactly what he needs to do. He just needs to finish comfortable. Well, even if he finishes stone dead last, okay, let's put it into perspective. If Yori Klebo finishes 2nd, and then Nicolas Guillaume finishes 14th, 39 points, that will still put him 23 ahead by the end of the championship season. So, Guillaume's drop score now becomes his 3rd place in the pre-final at the opening round at Karting Genk. Now, Frederick Zebis is running away with this. Guillaume knows that he doesn't need to win the title. He doesn't need to win this race to secure the title and secure the opportunity to get the ticket. Now, however, there is a classification of the championship. So, if you win a national championship, but you compete elsewhere, say a national, I'm sure this will be confirmed in due course, but of course the BNL karting series is a national competition, but it has international representation. So the tickets are open to anybody from any nation that comes in and fights for it. So if Guillaume is fighting for the BNL karting series title next week and he gets that ticket, I think it does usurp the ticket that he would win here. But obviously that'll be confirmed in due course. Guillaume at the moment still leading Klibor. Well, he's got a gap ahead of him of about 0.3 of a second. Oh, nice little move. That was Luca Neuenhausen on Wim Rouleau. And that was for position. So Marit Fassot currently in... Oh, and Kian de Brandt. Kian de Brandt has hit major trouble and is now 13th. Oh dear. It's not how you're going to want your season to end. Wim Rouleau currently running 12th. That's 41 points. Luca Neuenhausen, 42 points for 11th. So who's 10th at the moment? Niels Berler, that is 43 points, so doing pretty well there. Vincent van Kerkhoffen, okay, that'll be 44 points for him. Karl Klibor, 8th place now, 45. So that will pretty much secure him, I think, 3rd in the Masters classification, unless, no. That wouldn't. That would actually be Christoph Adams. Christoph Adams 187. But Karl Klebor is closing in on those in front. So he has got an opportunity to close that gap down to Christoph Adams, but that's 23 points, and that is a hurdle too big to climb, if I'm honest with you. But Karl's doing exactly what he needs to try and see if he can get the win of the weekend for DD2 Masters. So Karl Klebor running 8th. Yeah, Dmitry Ostrovsky running 7th. Okay, Axel Hoos now we concentrate on, running P5, 48 points. So William Nordbeek, Yuri Klebor, okay, Nicolas Guillaume. Okay, right. Now I've got some semblance of order here. I know seniors is going to completely discombobulate my brain a little bit later on, once we get to the end of that race. So coming up to the final 3 minutes and 20 seconds, Karl Klebor now starting to put the frighteners on the two in front and has an opportunity to get past the pairing of both Dmitry Ostrovsky and Yannick Nielsen. This is for the class win. And more to the point, this will give Karl 47 points. And that'll put him on 166. Still won't be enough to put him P3 in the championship standings. So 2 minutes and 40 to go. Frederick Zebis leads the way by 2.8 seconds. Nicolas Guillaume in P2. There is the battle between Luca Neuenhausen and Kian de Brandt. Neuenhausen trying to get through at turn number 3. And the 458 said, no, you don't. Sorry. Not going to let that happen. So Yuri Klebor has just got through on Nicolas Guillaume. However, that's not going to make the difference that he needs. That's 3.74 for Guillaume, 3.51 for Klebor. So that would effectively mean that Yuri would still not be able to pick up the championship title. And more importantly, that ticket for Sarno. But William Nordbeek is not going to make, William Nordbeek at this moment in time is closing in on the pair in front. Will this make any difference for him? More than likely not the case for, well, Guillaume's not going to worry about it because he knows whatever happens, he's got to finish the race. That is the most important thing that he has got to do today, is just to get the cart across the line in one piece, go through scrutineering, go through the weighbridge, and then thereby be the top dog. And it'll be a welcome way to celebrate his 18th birthday as of yesterday, because I'm sure the beers will be on him. And if so, I might partake. Right. However, 21 seconds to go. God, it sounds like So Solid Crew all over again now I've said that. Oh, my God. I always said to myself, never make a reference to some sort of London garage underground group, and I just inadvertently have, and I've just mentioned them. Whoops. But we are coming down to the final 2 laps of this championship season for DD2 and DD2 Masters. And Frederick Zebis has very much said to SP Motorsport, don't worry, I've got you covered. I'm your man. I'm going to make sure I make a dynamite impression. And surely the Dane has done so. Very young Danish talent. Nevertheless, A whole host of talent have come from that particular nation. A man who raced in DTM for many years, and so does his son now, Kurt and Nicky team. And of course, the man that won the Le Mans 24 Hours 9 times, Tom Christensen. You've also got the father and son duo, Jan and Kevin Magnussen. One more lap remains. It's one more lap before a double victory, and there's one more lap to go before a title is two titles are decided. Karl Klebor now up to 7th place. It's not going to be enough to put him on the championship podium, but it's going to be more than likely enough to secure him 2nd in the weekend result. But Frederik Zebis comes out of turn 8 for the final time through 9. It's going to be delight in 2 ways here for SP Motorsport, because their new hotshot, the young man from Denmark, has done the double here in the final round of the Belgian Max Challenge. Out of the final corner, it's going to be Frederik Zebis who takes the win, the double victory. He celebrates. Klebor's going to come out of the final corner, but Guillaume wraps up the title provisionally with a 3rd place finish and books his place to Sarno in 4 weeks' time. Guillaume, he's done it again. I make it that with Nicolas Guillaume finishing P3, that is 374 points, plays Jordi Klebor 3-5-1. Jordi, a gallant runner-up, always smiling. Not a talkative man, but he lets his talking happen out on track. There are your provisional results of the DD2 and the DD2 Master Final. Frederik Zebis takes the win by 3.5 seconds ahead of runner-up this season, Jordi Klebor. Nicolas Guillaume provisionally your 2024 Rotax Belgian Max Challenge champion and books his place on the Red Devils for 2024. William Nordbeck, Yannick Nielsen, Axel Hoos, Karl Klebor and Dmitry Ostrovsky ran at the top 8. Yannick Nielsen takes the win in DD2 Masters, but I think with 43 points to his credit. Well, it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, we have a champion provisionally, and that is going to be going to the man that finished in 13th place. I think by my calculations, Wim Rouleau picks up the Masters title.